Good evening, everyone. I am very excited to be with you tonight. Peter Geldnys here at the side of the microphone, and I hope we're gonna have a great race tonight. I will be sitting in my race car doing this broadcast for you, and I hope everyone is healthy and safe at home. And yeah, let's start with the proceedings and see where we're at today. We are hosting SimTC Series Round 3 tonight at Thruxton Raceway. And as you can see from that picture, Thruxton was a airfield. Let me just change to the other picture. Thruxton, 11 corners. Quite an exciting track, a tricky track, fast flowing corners, and as I've realized on Monday, it is a track that tire maintenance is a critical issue. If you are not very disciplined on the tires, you will probably have to pit a few times. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this, and maybe just a little bit of a history of the track. Get that information there for us. Now they say in 1941 the Thruxton airfield was created, and that was, if I can recall, in World War II, and it also played a major part in the D-Day landings. So I don't want to go into the history of that, but yeah, in 1946 the airbase was basically a surplus, and in 1950 they started racing motorcycles. Quite interesting. And in 1952 cars also started racing there, but the tarmac was breaking up, and the bikes continued racing there until 1965. In 68 they returned racing there after the new track was built. However, the original race runways were not used, and the track was created around the perimeter of the airfield. So quite an interesting situation there. So we're basically finishing off with the practice. We're going to start qualifying just now. But before we get to that, let's look at our weather information tonight. So we are racing at 4 p.m, 22 degrees Celsius, road temperature 28 degrees. And as you can see there, the start grip of the racetrack will be 96%. Slight wind in the southerly direction. Yeah, good conditions for racing. And also, while we are waiting for the qualifying to start, get a quick overview of a lap on board with Nick Hodgson.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to round 3 for Thruxton in the Touring Car Series here at Sim Race SA for the 2021.2 season. Of course, Thruxton, a very, very short circuit. We are in the Volvo S40 and we will go flying across the line in 4th gear. Flicking the car in absolutely flat out through Allard, 5th gear. Don't clip the inside curb too much, it will throw you off on the exit and you won't be able to maintain full throttle. Braking at the 200 for Campbell. I take a nice tight line through here to give me the best possible entry for Cobb, and then flat all the way through Seagrave. And there we go, into 4th gear, and now we're on the loud pedal for a little bit. Into 5th, flick through this left-hander, definitely flat out through Noble. Just touch the inside at the end there through Goodwood. You want to feather the throttle there. Look how I'm feathering the throttle. Keep it tight up to the curb on the inside there, and then flat out. Here we go down through Village, and looking for our turn-in point. Really throw it in through Church. You want to keep only 2 wheels on the inside, on the in of the track, and Brooklands up for Woodham Hill. Here we go. Very tricky. Definitely the most tricky section of the track, braking between those two markers, club chicane, into second, clip that, clip the inside again. Make sure to miss all the sausage curbs, that will throw you off, and we'll go across the line for a 1 minute 12.762.
Yeah, as we can see there, that was a very rapid lap there by Nick Hodgson. Thank you, Nick, for showing us the layout of the track, and well done on a great lap there. So let's get right into proceedings. I see the guys are out busy qualifying, and we'll pick them up as they start going through the lap times. Peter Grobler there in the Nissan there on his out lap. Let me just quickly see everyone who's on track. Peter Grobler there, Christy Simon in the BMW racing tonight, and Lindsay Hans also in a Volvo. It seems, yeah, it's a Volvo racing tonight. You can see Dirk Brandt in the BMW. Who else we've got on track here? Gregory Hofart also in a BMW. Rian van der Westhuizen there in a Volvo. If the times are starting to come in for qualifying, I see Christy Simon a 1:15.7 so far, pole position. We also have Carl Steeg in the pit. And it seems like that's about it. So not many guys yet on track. So hopefully we can get another few guys on track. Gregory currently there in second place, 1:16.8. Dirk Brandt has finished a lap with 1:16.9 in third place. And as I've realized on my race on Monday night, this track is really a handful. As soon as you start losing the grip, everything just can go so quickly in a different direction, and tire management is very critical at this track. And Dirk Brandt goes fastest so far with a 1:15.3. Peter Grobler starting into the second position of the SARAC crew in his Nissan. Christy Simon still third in 1:15.7. Lindsay Hans still in a 1:19 in fifth place. And Rob Walker still in the pits, sorting out some technical issues. Now you can see Peter is up and down on his delta, more or less as per his fastest lap time so far. Getting a great drive out of, I think it was Club, and he goes quickest with 1:15.1. Okay, Dirk's in the pits. See who else is out there. Christy Simon on a better lap. He do improve with a 1:15.5. It is currently in third place. It seems like we only have 8 drivers currently on track. And Peter Grover still in pole position 1:15.1 and Dirk 1:15.3. Following Christie, but it seems like he's not improving on his lap time this time around. Gregory's got a good lap so far. Going through that long left-hand sweep, Woodham Hill and into Club Chicane. See if he can maintain his delta that he was down on. Great drive out of the last one, out of the last corner. And indeed goes into second place with a 1:15.2. The top 3 only separated by 0.2 of a second. Christy Simon fourth 1:15.5. Rian van der Westhuizen in 5th place 1:16.5. Lindsay Hans still in the pits sorting out some issues. Rob Walker on track. See what Walker is probably just doing some testing and on an out lap. Only about 30 seconds of qualifying still remains. Melbourne has also now joined. And Melbourne in a Volvo, followed there by that's Peter Grobler in a Nissan. Oh yes, still Peter Grobler in first place. Gregory Hofart second place, Dirk Brandt in third, Christy Simon fourth, Rian van der Westhuizen fifth, Lindsay Hans sixth, and Robert Walker currently in 7th place. We have 9 guys on track. Great, qualifying done. Peter Grobler, Gregory Hofart, Dirk Brandt, Christy Simon, Jan van der Westhuizen, Rob Walker, Lindsay Hans and Melvin Goos. And I think Carl Steeg is still there in the pits, sorting out some technical issues, where we will see him in the start of the race. The guys are making ready to start the first race, and looking forward to this one. Camera angle correct there. Yeah, Peter Grobler there in pole position. The race director is starting to get the lights ready. And we're off racing. The BMW's got a good start there. Peter in the Nissan still keeping that pole position. But Dirk is very, very close to him early in the Peter keeping the inside line there, forcing Dirk to the outside, getting back in line there. Dirk is now pressurized by Gregory there in the other BMW. Peter, Dirk, Gregory, Christy. Guys going up to the first time over the fast start finish line. Peter Grobler, Dirk Brandt, Gregory, Christy Simon, Rian van der Westhuizen. Light contact there, which spins Christy around there. I think it was by Rian. And Christy just need to get back on track and get his head down and get up to speed again. Melvin still getting up to speed there. With that incident, I put him now in 4th place. Gregory in 3rd, and Dirk starting to see if he can chase down Peter Grobler there in the Nissan, who's leading at the current stage. Dirk has a little moment there coming out of club, which gives Gregory an opportunity to pass him there. With those curbs there in club corner is quite a handful if you ride them too much. A little slide that Dirk had there gave Gregory the opportunity to pass him for second place, and it also gave Peter Grobler a little bit of a breathing room up front in the Nissan. The car had a little moment there, oversteering and trying to get the grip down onto tarmac. Melvin just went a little bit wide. Just need to get back safely on track again. And Melvin losing it there and rejoins in 7th place. Now Christie getting back up to speed, getting past Rob Walker there. Rob in the Nissan at this stage trying to keep ahead of Melvin. Is something that I found out on Monday night as well, and the practicing that I've done. If you ride the curbs too much, it so easily throw you to the outside of the track, especially in these long sweeping curves. And it is to get this car, you know, as maximum speed as possible. You just need to stay away from all those curves. Slight little touch of some of these curbs will just throw you off. Christie's having a little problem there, trying to get its braking control in club there, and went off. Melvin still chasing Rob there. Gregory starting to get closer to Dirk Brandt. And let's hop on board with Gregory and take us around in his BMW. Coming into the club chicane, hard on the brakes, hit on the curb not too much. You see those yellow sausages there, and that's the things that gives you a little bit of a problem. See Robert now right behind Carl Steeg. There's Melvin not too far off as well. Rob's looking on the inside. Carl will still have the inside line. Melvin just riding the curbs a little bit too much there, unsettling that Volvo a little bit. Melvin still getting to grips at the back. I have a massive lift off oversteer there. Melvin is also now very close to Rob. Car just touching those curbs and unsettling the car a bit. Peter Grobber still in front, leading by about 4 seconds, with Dirk in second place and Gregory in third place. Rob Walker now has got a problem. We must now look for opportunity to get closer or past Carl. Trying to look for that inside line, but then he must also defend on the other side, because Melvin is right behind him. Rob Walker looking for that tighter line, which will force Melvin to the outside. To say, listen, you can't get on my inside, you'll have to go the long way around. Rob hitting that curb a little bit hard, unsettling that Nissan a bit. Rob trying to get that tighter line there. You can get more speed. Oh, massive slide there. I think just due to that curb there. Christie also now is getting closer to Rob and Melvin. Peter right up front, going through Cobb. And Dirk in second place, with Gregory now much closer as well. And if I look at the tire choices that the guys have, seems like Peter and Dirk is on mediums, Gregory is on a hard tire, Melvin and Robert, if I'm looking correctly and seeing correctly, they both are on softs. Christie on a hard, Rian medium, Carol in a hard, and Lindsay Hans also with a medium tire. Lindsay's currently still in 9th place, getting to grips, getting up to speed again. Carl getting back up to speed after that incident that he had. Rian now in 7th place. Melvin, Christie and Rob. Christie got a little bit of a touch there by Melvin, waiting for him to get back on track. Great to see the guys are acknowledging the mistake there. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, Gregory in 3rd, still chasing down Dirk. But Dirk managing about a 1 second gap. Peter still leading with about 6.5 minutes to go. Dirk followed by Gregory. Both of them in the BMWs, doing a great job. Dirk on a medium tire and Gregory on a hard tire. Melvin is now very close to Rian. Rian running a little bit wide there, which will affect his acceleration out of the corner, as we can see there. Gave Melvin the opportunity to go around him. I'm going to quickly switch over to Gregory. He's right behind Dirk. Rian and Melvin changing positions, having a great battle there for 6th place. Melvin on the curb trying for that inside line to get past Rian. Rian will have the acceleration out of that corner, going into Campbell. Rian running a little bit wide, Melvin taking a tighter line there. He's snaking that front end, trying to get the grip, understeer, oversteer. Rian running a little bit wide. Gives Melvin an opportunity to sneak in on the inside. Sliding. And with Rian on the outside, went off a little bit there. Come back to Gregory. They're still managing to keep Gregory at bay. They're covering that inside line under braking. Not too much on the curbs. I think they had a little problem earlier when he hit those sausages too hard. Great acceleration out there of the corner for Dirk. Christie is just giving them space to pass there. Looks like Melvin has got a little problem. Or some technical issue. Okay, let's jump back to Gregory. Still chasing hard after Dirk. Peter still leading with about 4.5 seconds up front. The back marker there, making room for the guys to go past. And get back on board with Gregory. See where we can assist Gregory to get some more speed. Not that it would help, but we can always try. And it's got a little bit, looks like it has an issue there. Went a little bit wide on the exit of that previous corner. And Gregory went past. Going on board with Dirk. See if we can. Wonder if Dirk is not struggling with tires. I think Dirk was on the medium tire with Gregory on the hard tire. Melvin is still circulating there with some technical issues. Something happened there. And they're getting back up to speed. If he can get back his second position. Pieter Grobber down William Hill in Club Chicane. And Gregory in second place. Dirk in third. Robert Walker fourth. Ian fifth place. Carl sixth. Christy Simon. Melvin Gooslens. I'm looking for a good second race because that's where all the tire strategies and things are going to play out. Quite an exciting first race. Great battle to see. Great race, guys. We will be back in a while to start the second race. Great, we are back for the start of the second race. We will have a qualifying and then a 40-minute race. And there's where all the strategies, tire choices, fuel loads going to play a major role in that. Yeah, just a reminder of our track conditions. Road temperature 28 degrees. There's a very light wind. Just another view of the track. Get the club chicanes before the main straight. Start finish line. You get the Allard corner to the right. Campbell and Cop. And then Seagrave, Noble, Goodwood, Village, Church, Brooklands, and Club. Again, back onto the main straight. Other guys back on track. I see a few guys has joined, or we had, I think, 8 guys racing in the first race. I see Yassi and Manuel also now joined us. Now we've got Peter Grobler on track. Carl Steeg also on track. In race 1, battles between Gregory and Dirk. It was quite nice to see. And the battles between, I think it was Rob Walker, Melvin Goos and Christy Simon was also in there. And while the guys are making ready for start of qualifying, we will be taking a short little break. Great, and we are back just before the start of qualifying. See our drivers, got Gregory Hofvaart, Peter Grobler, Rian van der Westhuizen, Yassine Manuel joined, Carl Steeg, Lindsay Hans, Melvin Goos, Dirk Brandt, Robert Walker, and Christy Simon. It seems like we're gonna have 10 drivers this time, and looking forward for a nice race. Yeah, and thank you for everyone who is watching. Cleopas Aula, Indy Kotchen, also on the YouTube chat. Gerard Niemand. Yeah, thank you, Cleopas, for supporting the guys. SRAC #1 supporter. Woohoo! Yes, and the guys are making ready to go out. See Christy Simon there on his out lap. The guys maybe should just give themselves some room. But if something happens with a guy that you are closely following, like that, then the guys can make sure that they can get the best qualifying lap in. Work on his out lap. Dirk using the mediums for his qualifying run. Guys have the temperatures up and ready and starting on the second lap to see if they can get a time on the board. See Gregory coming through club chicane. Goes quickest at the stage. First over the starting line, Peter Grober just clipping him with about 0.4 of a second, 116.2, Gregory 116.6. And Rob Walker coming down the main straight. On his out lap, start of his first qualifying lap. All on the start of on his qualifying lap. Melvin Groos. Peter Grover currently down on his time 5.4. Dirk is 0.4 down, 0.4 up, sorry, on his delta. Gregory is going 6/1000ths of a second quicker than Peter Grober, currently taking the first place, or pole position. Now they're currently 0.4 up. Getting into the club chicane, riding those curbs, great drive out, losing a little bit of time, and goes quickest by 116.0. Gregory 0.3 down so far. Now Peter Grober also not improving. Christy Simon slightly improving. I think Christy had a good qualifying run in the first race. I think the race itself has a few issues, but I hope he's getting a better second race. Currently about on his delta. Great drive out of the corner there. Will improve a little bit. And so Rob Walker just in front of Christie doing a 116.3. Also very quick. So the top 4 now only by 0.3 of a second. Okay, Gregory still on the outlap. Grover seems like he got some better speed through that section of the track. But not making the car, yeah, making the car slide under braking there. And Dirk is going to start another flying lap. At this stage, Dirk Brandt in first place in pole position, Gregory Hoffaard second, Peter Globber in third, Rob Walker fourth, Christie in fifth, Rian van der Westhuizen in sixth place, Lindsay Hans, Yassine Manuel, Carl Steeg. Melvin is still in the pits, sorting out a few technical issues. And while we were watching Dirk, Peter Grober went quickest with a 115.5. Dirk also starting to improve. Now he does under braking and going through club. A little bit hard on the curb there, but also will improve. Gregory also went quicker into second place. So far Peter Grover, Gregory Hoffaard, Dirk Brandt, Rob Walker, the top 4. Gregory also flat out going up the wooden hill section into the club chicane, losing a little bit on the braking there. They're going through club, just running a little bit wide, as he was about 0.4 up in his delta. I think he's just got time for another flying lap. And the steering big time through the first corner there. can see when Dirk is going flat out in the corner, the car starts to understeer a little bit. You can see the input on the steering and the wheel direction. So he's giving it all, and he says, okay, now I think I have enough for this one. I'm happy with third place, so well done Dirk in the third. And as I said, someone happy being third. I think Gregory Hofart went quickest with 1:15.511, with 11 thousandths of a second quicker than Peter Grober in second place. Rob Walker in fourth. Christy Simon, Rian van der Westhuizen, Lindsay Hans, Yassine Manuel and Carl Steeg. Looking forward to this race and to see what the guys' strategies are going to be. I can see some interesting strategies playing out here. See who's got the engineers on their side to get the best strategies to play. So Gregory Hofart, Peter Grober, Dirk Brandt, Rob Walker, Christy Simon, Carl Steeg, Lindsay Hans, Yassine Manuel, Melvin Gous. About 10 seconds to go before the race director says start your engines. No, it's already started the engines, so the lights are coming on. And we're racing. Gregory has a great start there, the BMW. Dirk also has a great start there. Where's the camera angle? Gregory got in front of Dirk, and Dirk also got in front of Peter. And Melvin had a good start from the back into 7th place. Peter go around the outside past Dirk just before club. Peter under braking, losing a little bit there. I think he might need to just change his brake bias a little bit, because I saw him doing that also in qualifying. Chris to also get the opportunity to go past Peter there. So after the first lap, Gregory, followed by Dirk, followed by Christy and Peter Grober. Rian van der Westhuizen and Melvin now in 6th place. Got past Carl Steeg there. Melvin now very close to Rian. Rian moving a little bit out. See if he can cover the line there. Peter Grobler chasing Christy Simon, and Melvin Goes chasing Rian there for 5th place. Peter Grobler dive on the outside and then got the inside line, and he's past Christy. Melvin, a big lift off oversteer there, unsetting the car, and he goes off track there. But after 2 laps, Gregory still in front with Dirk Brandt in 2nd and Peter Grobler in 3rd, Christy in 4th. Gregory going through club. Rob Walker also passing Yassine there for 8th place. It looks like we're losing one of the guys. Don't see Carl on the racetrack. Gregory opening a gap of about 3.5 seconds on Dirk in 2nd place with Peter Grobler in 3rd. If I look at the tyre choices so far, it seems like Gregory Holford is on hards and Dirk also on hards. Peter Grobler in mediums with a Nissan. Christy Simon on hards. Rian Melvin on mediums. Rob Walker on softs. And Yassine Manuel on hards and Lindsay Harts on mediums. Peter Grobler getting closer to Dirk, about 0.7 of a second. Peter with a medium's probably got at this stage a little bit more grip, but we'll see how it goes, if it will last up to the halfway time to go into the pits. And the speed of the Nissan on the outside, passing Dirk there. Now Gregory about 3 seconds up the road from Peter, followed by Dirk in 3rd place. Dirk staying within about a half a second from Peter. Christy Simon in 4th place and Rian in 5th. Melvin Goes in 6th place. Rob Walker in another Nissan in 7th. Yassine in 8th place. Peter also had a problem there at club, which let Rian and Christy pass him. Gregory now with a 4.5 second lead over Dirk. We've got 3 BMWs now in the top 3. Gregory in his BMW, Dirk and Christy in the BMW. All of them on hard tires. Rian in 4th and the sideways Melvin following and chasing him down. Rian, Melvin and Peter Grover, all of them on mediums. Peter getting up to speed again after his problem at Club Chicane previous lap. Melvin and Rian having a ties there for 4th place. Melvin got past there. They're riding that curb unsettled. Rian's car. Massive tail slide again for Melvin. While up front, Christy in 3rd place. Dirk in 2nd, still about 4.3 seconds. Dirk but a little bit quicker, about a 0.1 of a second quicker than Gregory that lap around. Let's take a lap around the circuit with Dirk Brandt here, going into alert, trying to get as close as possible to that curb. Hard on the brakes to get as tight as possible to turn into Campbell, through Cop, accelerate through Seagrave to get as much speed possible. Little bit of lift off to counter the understeer. You can see the input Dirk gave there to see if he can manage that understeer there. Hard on the brakes for Club Chicane. slightly over the curbs. And thank you, Dirk, for that lap. Now Rian, Melvin and Peter Grober are all together there. Going through the club chicane. A little bit unsettling the car there by Rian over those curbs. Peter in the middle, trying to get to grips to see where there's opportunity to get past Rian, but they also need to look at these mirrors. And probably just had a little bit of a problem by exiting to pit. Hopefully not too serious, maybe a technical issue or equipment failure. Melvin still chasing down Rian for 4th place. Gregory still leading. Dirk will go around 5 seconds. Christy still in 3rd place. And Rian in 4th place there. Robert Walker now in 5th place with Melvin in 6th. Team Speaker Grober now joined again from the pits. He's back on track again. Wondered what happened there. I would assume that he would probably have pressed a back to pit escape button or something, because all of a sudden he just jumped back to the pits there. That was about 24 minutes to go. Guys are maybe starting to think about pit stops. Now, if you can recall, on Monday night, around 20 minutes, the guys started to pit. And myself, I went out on hards with Revolver and I actually did not pit. When I got to the halfway mark, I thought, okay, listen, I probably can make it, but I was actually struggling the last 4 or 5 laps with grip, because I had no front end grip. Now, personally, also my pace were a little bit down, because I couldn't really get to the grips with the car on this track combo. Doing low 15s in the feature race, and while I was struggling, I was actually about 2 seconds slower at some stage. I managed to finish 6th place by not pitting, but I'm sure I would probably have a better result if I did actually go in and pit. Gregory has increased that lead up to about almost 7 seconds. From Dirk Bronte in second place. And Christy in the third. BMW in third place. Third BMW in third. And Rian still there in fourth. Was Rob doing a good job there. And I hope I'm reading right that he's on softs. In Melbourne now closely following Rob there. Rob going a little bit wide there to brake, under braking. I wonder if he's not going to go into pits. Yes, Rob is going to the pits. Wondering about those soft tires. Yeah, Rob is the first one to pit. What Gregory does this time around. Just more than 20 minutes left of the race. Not pitting at this stage. Here Rob's still there in the pit. And about half through the race, Dirk is also not pitting. Christy also not. We've got some tire life left, so see how far they can push it. Probably going for a shorter kind of pit stop, less maybe fuel to put in, makes it quicker. Only the race engineers will know. Rian also not pitting. Melvin from 5th position into the pits. Lindsay Hans also trying to find the pit box. Quite an acute angle for that pit box to be. There Melvin also had to reverse and get into the pit box there. Gregory still not pitting. But Dirk also not pitting. Dirk has decreased that lead of Gregory with probably almost 1.5 seconds. The lead now only 5 seconds. I don't think Christy also hasn't pitted yet. So the top 3 not pitted yet. Rian there in 4th place. Peter Grover in 5th. Melvin after he has pitted, he's now in 6th place. And Rob Walker has pitted. Now Rob has now got the mediums on. And Lindsay Hans also has pitted. He also got mediums on now. I haven't seen Gregory or Dirk or Christy pitting yet, and it seems like Dirk is getting closer. The lead only now 4 seconds. Rian van der West station now went into the pit from 4th position. Seems like he managed to find his pit box quite quickly. He's still going out in 4th place. Dirk still not pitting. And Gregory also not pitting. Christy had a little bit of a problem coming through. Probably some network issues there. Gregory saw Dirk making that lead off him a little bit less. Seems like he's getting up to speed again. 4.6 seconds now the lead. You'll see Christie's moving all over the track. Probably some network issues there. Dirk in 2nd place. If Gregory is going to go into the pit now, and he dives into the pit from 1st place. If he can find his spot, yes, he's got his spot. You can see quite an acute angle there for the pit boxes. Dirk hasn't pit and took the lead. And Gregory coming out of the pits in 3rd place behind Christie, but Christie also hasn't pitted yet. I think Gregory switched from the hards to the mediums now after his pit stop with only about 15 minutes to go. Follow Dirk around to see if he's going to pit. But Gregory now going past, or trying to get past Christie. Should have much more pace now with fresh tires, but unfortunately just ran a little bit wide through church there. Dirk still not pitting, so he's going through and see if he can. Seems like he's managing those tires to see if he can hold a few seconds and cut into that lead that Gregory had. But with that off that Gregory had, would have probably cost him a little bit. And Christie went into the pit to do his pit stop. Gregory took back that 2nd place with Christie pitting. So now it's only Dirk that still has to pit. And let's just give a quick overview. Dirk Brandt still leading, but he hasn't pitted yet. So we'll keep an eye on that. Gregory Hofvaart in 2nd place, Christie Simon 3rd, Rian van der Westhuizen, Pieter Grober in 5th, Melvin in 6th, Rob Walker and Lindsay Hans. Let's see what Dirk does. And he goes into the pits. If he can get it sorted quickly. Oh, he overshot his pit box a little bit. Quite a tricky situation with the pit boxes. And Dirk just managed to get his pit stop done, but Gregory probably had a few seconds on him and took back the lead again. I think with Dirk having to reposition his car for the pit stop to happen, it cost him a little bit of time there. And seems like the lead's still around 5 seconds. Peter Grover just managed to get past Rian, there for 5th place. Peter hitting those curves with a Nissan quite hard. So both Gregory and Dirk went for the mediums after their pit stop. Christy on the hards, Peter Grover on mediums, Rian medium, yeah, Melvin, Robert and Lindsay, everyone on mediums. If you go on board with Rian, see how he does it. Seems like he's staying away from those curbs, because I recall we did see him earlier riding the curbs. You can see lots of understeer had to lift off there. Building speed to go through the right hand corner church. Not able to get to that apex there. Quite tricky to manage to get to the apex if you have a lot of understeer. And over the Robert now also at doing his pit stop and looking for the pit box. And Gregory going past there with the 115.9 and Dirk 116.3. The lead has increased a little bit by 5.5 seconds from Gregory to Dirk. Now, unfortunately, Melvin Goos seems like he had a technical issue and left the track. It's just about 9 minutes to go. Gregory still leads Dirk in 2nd place and Christy in 3rd. The BMW 123. We are managing that 4th place very well. Having a bit of a difficulty to get the car slowed down to go through Cop. And Peter Grover still trying to find his pit box. Lindsay Hans making room for Gregory to go by. Gregory still maintaining about 5.5 seconds to Dirk there. Gregory just losing it there. Oh, sorry, Lindsay Hans just losing it there. Now about 7.5 minutes to go. Gregory is still maintaining that 5.5 second lead. We're struggling a little bit there to get the car slowed down and ran a little bit wide on the exit. Grobber eventually got his crew to do a tire change for him. So he's now on soft tires to see if he can get back up to speed. Rob Walker in 5th place there. Let's go on board with Rob. Okay. Rob going down the main straight over the start finish line. See the car snaking a little bit on turning there. Great drive out of Seagrave. And the lead still around 6 seconds between Gregory and Dirk. Rob feathering the throttle there to get as much grip as possible. A little bit of a lift off oversteer there through Church. Holding the speed up the hill. Over the start finish line. Gregory did a great job so far, maintaining that gap of around 6 seconds now. And Christie also struggling a little bit to get the BMW sorted through those tight corners. And Peter Grobber in 6th place, following Christie there in 3rd place. If Nissan can do some inroads on the BMW, although Peter is now in 6th place. He's also on softs with the Nissan. Doing around 240 kilometers an hour before braking for club. I'm just looking at this warning lighting here. Hopefully Peter hasn't got any more problems, because I saw him trying to get to his pit boxes, and also had a problem earlier in the race escaping to pit for some reason. But it seems like Nissan is now behaving. Can probably sort out all the gremlins. He's running a little bit off track there. Right into the slipstream of the BMW. He's trying to unlap himself here. Got a good drive out of Club. Only about a half a minute to go. Gregory still in the lead. Still maintaining that lead, around 6 seconds to Dirk. That BMW a 4-wheel slide through that corner there. And yeah, Gregory Hofgaard wins. Well deserved. Dirk Brandt in second place. And the next BMW, Christy did a great job in third place. Rian in 4th, Rob Walker in 5th place, Peter Grover 6th, and Lindsay Hans in 7th place. So well done, guys. Lots of action. Not many guys on track tonight. Some of them probably missed their flights because or they couldn't book a flight to the airfield on the inside of the track. Maybe they had planes too big to land, smaller aircraft, a small airfield this one. Yeah, still some great battles, and thank you for having me, and I'm sure we will have a full grid the next race. So just to recall, Gregory Hofgaard, Dirk Brandt, Christy Simon, Rian van der Westhuizen, Rob Walker, Peter Grover, and Lindsay Hans. Thank you for having me as your host for tonight, and until next time, catch you on the flip side. A very good evening to you guys, and well done. Well raced, guys, and get those practice laps in for the next race.